Hey, what is up, everyone? It is me, Qolinto, and my setup's changed. Now, this right here is just there for decoration for this video only, and you'll see why, because I'll be talking about, well, Nintendo Switch Online, the NES games, to be specific. Yeah, Nintendo Switch Online hasn't been the best. But you'll see many videos when they're like, oh, it's bad, so you have to pay for it now. Well, I mean, have you seen how much you have to pay for like Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus or whatever it is? It's like up to $50 to $60. I could buy a physical game with that. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the NES games, which Nintendo launched with the service. And I'm gonna say this right now. It's the only reason I wanted the Switch Online service, and I'll explain why. When they were announcing it, they said that you could play online with friends, and I only heard play online, and I was like, oh, that's so cool! I can play Mario 3 online. But then I saw that you could only do it with friends. How fun! So yeah, I never really have played like any games online, but what this is gonna be, I'm gonna be discussing the games that have come out each month for the past year, because it's turning a year now. It turns a year today, and that's quite surprising. Actually, it's not actually surprising. It's kind of like, oh, okay, you know what I mean. But anyways, let's get right to it. So on September 19th, 2018, 1 year ago, we had the launch titles for it that are Balloon Fight, Baseball, Donkey Kong, Double Dragon, Dr. Mario, Excitebike, Ghosts and Goblins, Gradius, Ice Climber, Ice Hockey, The Legend of Zelda, Mario Brothers, Pro Wrestling, River City Ransom, Soccer, Super Mario Brothers 3, Tecmo Bowl Tennis, and Yoshi. Wow, what a lineup of 20 games. And if I had to describe this lineup, it would be not that great. I mean, yeah, it's alright. I mean, yeah, we have games like Mario 1, 2, Zelda, we have River City Ransom, Double Dragon, Dr. Mario, Donkey Kong, the Mario Brothers arcade game. So we have some pretty good titles. We have some sports games like soccer, Tecmo Bowl Tennis, baseball, and yeah, some of these games are just not that great. Like mainly the sports game, like Pro Wrestling. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that like that game, but it's just for me. Like the main games for me here are Super Mario Brothers 3, The Legend of Zelda, Dr. Mario, Double Dragon, Donkey Kong, River City Ransom. Jeez, I can't say that. But like, this lineup isn't that good. Yeah, it's just, and of course, it doesn't compare to the NES Classic Edition, in my opinion, which came with 30 games with great classic titles, like Zelda, Mario 1 and 3, but it also had Mario 2, Castlevania, Mega Man 2, games like that, and yeah, and launched with Ghosts and Goblins, because, Capcom just keeps spreading that around, because like Ghosts and Goblins is so talked about, it's so good, am I right, guys? Anyways, now we get the first update in October, specifically October 10th of 2018. Where we have The Legend of Zelda Special NES Open Tournament Golf, Solomon's Key, and Super Dodgeball. Now we have the special games, which is just like sometimes for some games it'll be like an improvement, like you'll have upgrades and stuff like that you get later in the game. And most of the time it's just a suspend point or save state or whatever. And yeah, I mean, these are some solid games like NES Open Tournament Golf and Someone's Key and Super Dodgeball exist. So yeah, this lineup was okay. November is where we get, how do I say it? Weird. Okay, so we have Gradius Special, which just gets you to stage 5. Metroid, Mighty Bomb Jack, NES Open Tournament Golf Special, and Twinbee. Now, if you're an American like myself, you're probably just gonna be like, wait, NES Open Tournament Golf Special, that didn't come out. And you're right, but it did in Japan. Yeah, but this is where I say we get screwy because we get games that weren't included in some countries. And it's all started here, and actually I'm just discovering this now, too, so yeah. But this is a special game, so it's not really that interesting. And if I had to just say it's alright, I mean, yeah, we have Metroid, Mighty Bomb Jack, and Twinbee. Twinbee is alright. Mighty Bomb Jack is actually a pretty good game, I have to admit. I mean, the NES game is, the arcade game is actually really good, and no one talks about it, and I'm actually kind of sad about that, because the arcade version is actually really good. I like it. Metroid is Metroid. It hasn't aged the best. Yeah, let's move on. So December 12th in 2018. Let's see. The games that we got were Adventures of Lolo, Dr. Mario Special, Metroid Special, Ninja Gaiden, and Wario's Woods. Now, Wario's Woods is a puzzle game, and to be honest, it's alright. Ninja Gaiden's a pretty solid game. Dr. Mario SP is just a special version of Dr. Mario. And Metroid SP is just a special version of Metroid. Wait, it's just a suspend point. No. But this is interesting. So in Japan, they got Adventures of Lolo 2. And only Adventures of Lolo 2 because they didn't get Adventures of Lolo 1. Okay, that's weird. Now, January 2019, we got Blaster Master, Ghosts and Goblins Special, Nintendo, Ninja Gaiden Special, and Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Now, this is a pretty solid one, I'd have to say. Now, I'm not the biggest Ghosts and Goblins person myself, and I haven't really gotten into Blaster Master, or haven't really gotten too far in Zelda 2. But there was one game that we didn't get in North America. You know that game? Well, you know that assist trophy, Sukapan, I think the name is? It's like a weird circle robot, orb robot thing in Smash, you know? Well, their game was included in the Japanese Nintendo Switch Online thing. And I don't know why they didn't, just localize it or anything like that, because, I mean, from what I hear, it's a solid game, so maybe. And it's kind of, weird, you know? But February is kind of interesting. So we have Blaster Missiles. So for the two new titles, for North America, we just had Kirby's Adventure and Super Mario Bros. 2. Yeah, for February, we only got two titles in North America. Kirby Adventure and Super Mario Bros. 2. Now, yes, these are solid games, but I already played these on the NES Classic. And again, these don't compare. Well, until later, but in Japan they had an exclusive title. What the frick is that? Supari Uzumo? Uzumo? I don't know how you pronounce that. I think it. So yeah, I don't know why they didn't include that. And of course, we just had 2 special games, Blaster Master Special and Metroid Special, the Mother Brain Battle. Of course, that's what it was. And then March came along, and then it just, like, got kind of weird here. So, for what we got in North America, we got Kid Icarus, Star Tropics, and that's about it. That's all we got. Kid Icarus and Star Tropics, and yes, there's a solid games, but it was a far cry from what they got in Japan, because, like, Kid Icarus was the only game that Japan also got in this update. Like, good God. Okay, so if you're wondering what the 2 exclusive games that were in Japan were, they were Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon, and the Blade of Light, and Yaya Kung Fu. And of course, there was a special games, Kirby's Adventure Special and Zelda 2 Special. Nothing much to them. Then April comes around, and it is solid. One of the best updates in my opinion. We had Punch-Out, Star Soldier, and Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, and Kid Icarus Special as well. This update was pretty solid, and it was like they just got back into business, and they had 3 games again. It was great. Then May came along and said, hey, you remember how good that was last time? Well, screw you, because we have Donkey Kong Jr., Clu Clu Land, and Versus Excitebike. It blew. The Versus Excitebike was kind of interesting. It was a Famicom only game, but they brought it over here, just like Twin Bee. I don't know if I mentioned that as well, but they also, in Japan, they didn't get Clu Clu Land. They got Clu Clu Land, Welcome to New Clu Clu Land. I guess it's like a sequel or something, and I don't know why, because Clu Clu Land blows. And this lineup just blew, you know? Like, Versus Excitebike, yeah, Excitebike's alright. Donkey Kong Jr., I mean, it's a pretty good game. I've already played it a bunch of times. Clu Clu Land? That game sucks. And yeah, we have Star Soldier Special, but I'm not too interested in that game. June. Jesus Christ, June. So June, we got City Connection, Double Dragon 2, and Volleyball. City Connection, I hadn't even heard of that game until then, and it's not that great. Double Dragon 2, yeah, it's pretty good. It's the best one in the trilogy, in my opinion. And Volleyball, yeah, it sucks. And Twin Bee Special, it's just Twin Bee Special, of course. And then, July. Now, this was kind of interesting for me, because, like, when I saw the North American line, I was like, oh, they must have not included the title. But then I looked at Japan, and they also had 2 titles only. I was like, what? And they were Donkey Kong 3 and Wrecking Crew. Donkey Kong 3 and Wrecking Crew. Now, Donkey Kong 3 is a solid game, and I like it better than Donkey Kong Jr., but not as much as the first one. And Wrecking Crew is just Wrecking Crew. And also came with Mighty Bomb Jack Special. I'm gonna get to why I didn't like this lineup the most. And August 21st, 2019, we got Downtown Neketsu Koshin Yoku Seriku de Kandakai. I don't know what that is, but that's a game they got in Japan. That's the game they got in Japan, along with Super Chinese. But here it was called Kung Fu Heroes. And we also got Radius Special, which is just like the second loop. There was Vice Project Doom, which we only got here in North America, Europe. It wasn't in Japan. And I'll give this to them. I like this lineup. I'm gonna be honest. Kung Fu Heroes is alright, but Vice Project Doom is actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. It's pretty interesting that it was made by Sega in 1991, when they were, like, you know, making games for the Game Gear and Genesis and even the Master System at the time. And that's as far as we've gone. We haven't gotten an update for Nintendo Switch Online NES. And now we have the SNES, which I'm not sure if we're going to keep getting updates for the NES one. Probably not. But I'm going to explain why many people didn't like these. For one, of course, I explained you could only play with friends, which is kind of stupid. And then there was, games you wanted and, that didn't come in. Now, some games, I will say, they had an excuse. Like, let's say Castlevania and Mega Man 2. Why didn't we get those? Well, Castlevania, we had the Castlevania Anniversary Collection on the Switch, and Mega Man 2 was on the Mega Man Legacy Collection. And not many games could say that didn't make it in. So, right here, look at this. Mother 1, the Famicom. Why didn't we get this? Why, Nintendo, if you're watching this, why didn't we get this game? In July, this is why I wanted it. This is why I hated July's lineup. Because, one, the games were garbage. Actually, they were okay, I guess. But we didn't get Mother, Earthbound Beginnings, and I was just like, why? Why? It's stupid. And I was like, oh, maybe they're gonna do it for August. But no, they didn't. They didn't do that. No, they didn't. And actually, they didn't include RPGs in general. Which is stupid. Like, you'd expect they'd have a reason they didn't include Final Fantasy 1 or Dragon Quest, or Dragon Warrior, actually, but, no, they just didn't include RPGs, and it's like, why? Why not include RPGs? Okay, update. So Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 were just put on, the coming soon category for the Nintendo Switch eShop. So, yeah. This footage of me was recorded a few days before that happened. So, yeah. That was just a little error I noticed while editing. Anyways. Now I know some haven't aged that best, and Final Fantasy 1, that game, the things don't work. And yeah, Mother right here, it's hard, and you do a lot of grinding. But come on! Why didn't you include any RPGs, man? And I know there are gonna be people like, oh, Zelda's an RPG, they gotta include it. But I don't classify Zelda as an RPG, I classify it as an adventure game. There's kind of like a clear line between, RPGs and adventure games. But, come on. And I know we got Fire Emblem, so that's just bull crap. Well, in Japan they got Fire Emblem, but why just Fire Emblem? Not many people even like Fire Emblem, and yeah, I know it has a fan base, but who cares? Who actually cares? And the special games, they suck. Now, of course, they're updates where, say, Zelda, you started out with the blue ring and had, some pieces of the Triforce, I think. No, you had, special hearts and stuff like that. But that was it. That was, the cool one. And no, I know there were some other ones, but most of them just had save states. Who cares? There's save states. It's just stupid, Ghosts and Goblins, special, that was terrible. And one of my main complaints is the conclusions of games they had. Seriously, I want to know, actually, who wanted baseball in the NES for this? And who wanted ice hockey? Who wanted Clue Clue Land? Jesus. And Ghosts and Goblins? well, you guys already know how I feel about that game, but good God, man, Capcom, Jesus, why are you doing this to us, Capcom? And the NES Classic Edition. Now, I'd probably say now that I'm not sure what I'd say, which is better. Now, I know some people would say, like, NES Classic's better. Some people would say the Nintendo Switch Online NES is better. And I'm starting to lean towards the NES Online thing, since it has more games and stuff I didn't get, but it doesn't have games like Mega Man 2 or Castlevania, even though I do own some of those games. But, in the end, I'd probably say NES Nintendo Switch Online is better. But Nintendo Switch Online had quantity, this had quality. So in conclusion, yeah, Nintendo Switch Online blows. The Nintendo Switch Online blows. And I'm really sad that we didn't get Mother. Because, like, July, that was the 30th anniversary. You're not going to include it? What's wrong with you, Nintendo? Also, why didn't we get sequels? Like, we didn't get Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 3, or Star Tropics 2, Life Force. Like, why didn't we get any of those? Those are solid games. Why didn't we... It's stupid, you know? Just like... So hopefully SNES will be great, and hopefully next year we'll get N64. And I know what you're probably going to be thinking, oh, Charlie, where's this freaking Mario 3 review? I've just been way too busy with other things to focus on that, and most of the time it's laziness, because I've gotten so many games. But look at these games I have. Well, this isn't saying much, but like, I've gotten like new games like Team Sonic Racing, Mario Maker 2. I had to finish Mother 1+2 on Game Boy Advance. You know, like Pac-Man World 2, Sonic Adventure DX, Sonic Mega Collection, Sonic Gems Collection. I've just had so many games in my backlog that I've had to deal with, and of course I haven't finished some games like Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. My backlog is just a disaster, you know? And hopefully the SNES, the Nintendo Switch thing does alright. Which so far it's actually pretty good. I mean, we have games like, you know, like, of course, we got some solid inclusions, like we have Super Mario World, Zelda: Link to the Past, but we also have like games like Kirby's Dream Land 3. That's awesome. You know, Super Puyo Puyo 2. It was Stunt Racer FX, which isn't that great of a game, but it's incredible that they included it at all. It's pretty cool. And like, we have Brawl Brothers and Breath of Fire, which is an RPG. So, Nintendo, you know what to do. Mother 2, make that happen. Also, can I just say this? I think Yoshi's Island is overrated. Like, it's not that great of a game. Just gonna say that. Like, yeah, it has great music, the art style is pretty cool, the level design is just... no. I'm gonna say this, I just imagine that people say that Yoshi's Island is a great game because of nostalgia. Jeez, I've gone on for 25 minutes talking about this. Oh yeah, hopefully they do Game Boy. That'd be cool. Anyways, I'll see you next time, and hopefully I finish the Mario 3 review. Peace.